FlossTube. So I thought today that I would do the behind the scenes tag that Jessie Marie Does Stuff started on FlossTube. I have the questions in front of me, so if I keep looking down, that is why. And I will link her channel as well as all the questions down below. So question number 1 is take a picture of your setup for recording and insert if you can. So I took a little snippet, kind of a tour, it's not even that little, a tour of my whole crafting room space, and I will be inserting that here. Okay, so as I said, this is a loft space that I use as my crafting area. So here are the stairs. This is in our living room. My husband is practicing bow hunting, so that's one of his targets. Not in the house, but it's living in here for right now. So anyway, this is our living room down here. And so upstairs, they kind of built this loft space that also has a bedroom. So I'll just pan over here. This is the loft space. So pretty nice, and then it does have an attached bedroom. So I will give you a whole tour. So we'll start with the loft space. Over here, this is my crafting table slash second desk. This in our former house was our dining room table, but we got a different one when we moved here. So I decided to move it up here as my crafting table. There are 2 leaves in here that can be folded out to make it even bigger, in case I need it for, you know, those bigger projects. These are also our old dining room table chairs that I use. This is all from IKEA. This is just, as I said, I kind of use this kind of as a work desk as well. This is my work computer, my work iPad, because I do work at home. This is my pile of stuff, and this is my Erin Condren planner that I use for basically everything. And then we got a nice candle up here for some ambiance, even though it's hot, but it's nice. And this is my Bernina sewing machine. It's kind of nice that I can just have it out. It's in its little case. This sewing machine was my mom's, and she gave it to me, and it's what I primarily use to sew with. And then we got this light that I got from Walmart, which is really nice. There is nice lighting in here, but it's always nice to have, an overhead light. And I use this a lot for this tabletop, a lot for taking pictures, because I think the wood, the fake wood, makes a really good background. And then we got this IKEA chair with some pillows. My mom actually made this frog pillow for me. This one's from IKEA. This is my cat tower. So the light's totally gonna wash it out, but it's pretty big, so it's taller than I am, and I'm 5'4". Let's see if there's a kitty in here. Nope, not right now. Yeah, the cats really like having this up here. It gives them, they can look out the window into our yard, so they really like it. And then over here is kind of a place you've already seen, but this is my ironing board with my iron, and it all kind of matches. And then on the wall, I have my rotary cutter board and some little art things. I would really like to put more stuff on the walls, but alas. And this is this duck poster that used to be in our bathroom at our old house, but my husband didn't like it, so I put it in the craft because I'm like, well, I like it. And then we're gonna go into the bedroom. We got a kitty friend in here. So I'll kind of give you a pan. This is a pretty nice sized bedroom, not gonna lie. So we'll start with over here. We have my filing cabinets of sorts. So this filing cabinet in particular houses basically everything. This has like stationery and post-it notes and all sorts of things in there. This is kind of like my to-do stuff. And then this is my desk. So when I was about 16, I decided to repaint all the furniture in my bedroom at my parents' house, and I painted this myself, and I have a headboard and a dresser that match it. So I was pretty excited. I chose all the colors, and then myself and my mom actually ended up painting it, but I painted a fair majority of it. Chairs from IKEA. And I basically just keep, I love stationery and pens, so I have a lot of pens and stuff. This is kind of my to-do basket and just various other things. And then I have just a whole bunch of knickknacks and things. I told you I love the Ramones, so there's my Joey Ramone action figure. And up here we have more pictures and just things. This is my, where's my finger? Here it is. This is my brother and I dressed as the Power Rangers for Halloween. There's one of my dad holding me when I was born. Just all sorts of fun pictures that I have up here. And of course, we couldn't get through a video without a furry friend depositing his cat hair in here. This is Kumasi. If you haven't seen my video where I introduced my cats, this is my mouse cat, aka Kumasi, who's definitely helping me out right now. Kumasi, what are you doing? Anyway, we got a window. Over here we have a bookshelf. Oh yeah, this I again painted. As you can see, it matches. Got a lot of pictures in here. My CD collection, you know, keeping it old school. Some various other like CDs and music type things. And then we have my bookshelves, which as you can see, I do not use to store books. This is primarily where I keep all my crafting stuff. So on the top is just more knickknacks that you can usually see in the background of my videos because I sit on the floor in front of this. So I got a mortar and pestle. I got, this doll I actually knit and made myself. He looks kind of weird, but this is supposed to be Joey Ramone. He's lost most of his hair. But my mom and I actually used to go on trips and bring him along and then take pictures with him, like at various, you know, landmarks. Maybe I'll show those someday, but so that's my Joey Ramone doll. I actually have owned this for years, and then, you know, when Prince passed away, I had this up here, and I was like, well, this is just even more fitting, you know, Minnesota homeboy, always been a fan. Some of my cross stitch, various other things, you know, typical knickety-knackities. And then, let's see, this is a bin where I'm hoping to do a giveaway at some point in time, and there may or may not be a Thomas Kincaid pattern in there that I'm kind of planning out. This is some of my knitting stuff. This is all patterns on this shelf. I have a lot of magazines and things organized into binders. It should be, I wish it was organized more, but what are you gonna do? I have my grandma's Amish over there. I have, these are the two boxes that I have yet to bobbinate. I've actually gotten pretty far. In there is some ribbon, and then there's my Game Boy and all my games. I got my coloring supplies, more crafting supplies. This one right here houses all of my cross-stitch specific stuff, and this is like general craft stuff. More crafting stuff up here. This is all my thread for sewing. So this is for the sewing machine, more sewing stuff. And then this is my cross-stitch stuff. So in this container is all of my fabric, and then on top of it is this bag that my mom actually made a long time ago, and that has all my hoops in it. So that kind of just sits up here. And then this is my thread collection, kind of. So as I said, like I'm in the process of bobbinating all my grandma's thread. So this is not organized yet, but I'm working on it. So that's what I have thus far. These are all sewing patterns, and these are all the kits that I have for cross stitch. So, yes. And then we'll pan over here. This is just a table from IKEA. I got my boom box because I'm cool like that. I got the frogs hanging here waiting for me to frame them. But I didn't want them to get all wrinkled. I mean, I haven't ironed it yet, so it is kind of wrinkled. And then over here we have the closet. And this is just your basic closet. I obviously don't have clothes in here. This whole shelving unit has a lot of school supplies. And then up here is just extra stuff. That whole basket is wedding memorabilia. There's a lot of pictures in here that I really should sort through. And then over here, that top bin is all my yarn. And then all my fabric are in those 3 bins there. And I really wish I had a better way to organize them, but this is kind of the situation as it is now. I want to put, you know, more shelves in this closet, 'cause obviously, like, I'll stand back so you can see. Mouse, Kumasi, what are you doing? Anyway, I wish that there were more shelving units in here, and then I could, you know, display my fabric and stuff like that. Kumasi, do any of you have a pet that just is just in the way? Huh? Huh? Anyway, so that is pretty much the tour. Yes, I am very fortunate. I love this room. I love everything about it. I like the fact that, you know, I usually film, so I guess I can kind of do behind the scenes part of the tag. I sit on this floor right here, because the window is right there, so I can sit on the floor. I film either on my iPad or on my iPod or on my iPhone, and you're usually sitting on this chair, and I sit on this floor, and then I usually have my stuff sitting around me. I actually recently purchased a tripod so that I can attempt to sit, but I don't have that yet, so we'll see. And so that's the room tour. Okay, so that's my space. Question number 2, how did you come up with your channel name? So what appears on my channel name is my name, Rachel Danowitz, but I kind of go by Hipster Stitcher, both on Instagram as well as kind of on on YouTube, sorry, not on Facebook. Facebook, I'm again my name, Rachel Danowitz, and I came up with my channel name, actually my husband did. I was trying to think of things, and he's like, well, you're kind of a hipster, I guess. And he's like, you're a stitcher, so Hipster Stitcher. I was like, all right. Question number 3, when did you post your very first video on YouTube with FlossTube/Stitching Intentions? So that was just over a month ago, so I am a newbie to FlossTube, and I'm loving every minute of it. Question number 4, what do you use for your video, i.e. camcorder, laptop, phone, etc.? I use a combination of my iPhone 6S and my iPad. My iPhone takes way better video, but as of right now, I don't have a tripod, so it's kind of hard to prop up, whereas my iPad is much easier to prop up. So I actually just ordered a tripod and a stand on Amazon. They weren't that expensive, and I figured that would make filming a lot easier. Plus, maybe then I could sit up higher instead of sitting on the floor. Anyway, question number 6, do you edit? Yes. If so, what do you use? If not, why not? I use iMovie. And the reason why I like to edit is because I like to take things out of like me just yammering on and on. I tend to be long-winded, and it's kind of nice to edit out, you know, certain things. The other reason why I really like to edit is because it allows me to move things around and to make the flow of the entire video more cohesive. So, yes, plus it's fun. I do like technology, and I enjoyed learning about, you know, the whole process. So, it's been fun. Question number 7. How many takes are involved in your videos, or do you just record it all in one shot? That's kind of a complicated question. I do multiple takes simply because in editing, it's easier if I have multiple clips to piece together than if I have one giant clip, then I then have to split into parts to insert things in. So it's much easier for me to take a bunch of little clips and kind of strew them along than a big piece. So, yes, but I don't necessarily retake things. Question number 8. If things go wrong during recording, do you stop and restart or just post it? I usually stop and restart. Again, I tend to ramble, or, you know, things happen. Either I'll just edit like the weird parts out, or I'll just start over. Okay, sorry. Question number 9. From beginning of setup to video completely uploaded to YouTube, about how long does a standard video take? It takes me, on average, maybe a half hour to an hour to film, And then it takes me anywhere from an hour to a few hours to edit. For example, the Stitchville USA video took me 4 hours to edit. And it took maybe 2 or 3 hours to film. So that one was really long. And then, so in iMovie, before you have an established channel, you can't upload directly onto YouTube. So I had to export the file, which took a couple hours, and then I had to upload onto YouTube, which the internet in my area is horrible. So that would take a really long time. Now that I have an established channel, whatever that means, I'm able to upload directly from iMovie onto YouTube. And that usually depends on the length of the video. It can take anywhere from 4, 5, 6 hours to upload. So it's pretty much a day. It takes me a whole day to do any video. Sometimes I film multiple videos in one day. For example, like I film my grandma haul and my July whip update at the same time, like at the same session. So then it kind of cuts back on, you know, film time because I'm already sitting here and etc. Question number 10. What kind of prep do you do? Script, organization, run through, or practice? I write things down. I have a notebook where I just kind of write down my thoughts. I make sure I have all my projects laying out in front of me that I want to talk about. I keep track of all of my projects using Microsoft OneNote, which I will do a video on if anybody's interested. And that keeps track of, I have pictures, like past pictures of all of my whips. I have, you know, when I started things, I have a timeline, etc. And if you are interested in a video like that, for me to just show you kind of what I do on OneNote, you can comment down below and I will be more than willing to do that for you. So that's kind of the prep. I just make sure I have everything around me. I make sure my lighting's not horrible. Today it's a little overcast, so it's not the greatest. Close the window. You might be able to hear my husband mowing. You might not, you know. That's kind of the prep. Question number 11. Do you watch your own videos once published? Yes. My husband usually wants to see them. Sometimes he helps me edit, sometimes he doesn't, so he always likes to watch it. So yes, I see it through him. Plus, like, if there's any issues, I really like to know about it, so that I am able to change them. Question number 12. If you could change or enhance or improve your videos in any way, what would you do? Would you and what would you do? Sorry, tongue twister. Yes. I have a lot of ideas on things that could improve my channel, or things that I'm into technology, so I find this whole filming thing very interesting, and I would love to explore more. I'd like to get a better camera, so I'm not just filming on my iPod. As I said, I'm getting a tripod, so I'd like to do that. I would like to explore more with iMovie. I've been watching kind of tutorials and things like that on how to use iMovie and, you know, some of the cool things that you can do with it. So yes, of course. I'm just very interested in that type of stuff, so, oh yeah, I'd, you know, be all professional. I keep forgetting to take, the one thing that I really lack on, which I need to work on, is taking the picture for your, thumbnail. I don't even know what it is. I keep notes on every single one of my videos and, like, things I've learned, things I want to do differently, things that, you know, etc. And every single video I've put, take a thumbnail picture, and yeah. As you can see, I've yet to take a thumbnail picture. Maybe this one, though probably not, because I know me. Anyway. And question number 3. Share any tidbits you might have about your own recording or any funny stories related to your channel. I don't have any funny stories, I guess. I've only been doing this for about a month, so nothing too exciting. I have my dog in here with me right now. You can probably hear him, so that's kind of interesting. Here, I'll swivel you around. You can see him. Oh, nope, he's moving. Never mind. The joys of a swivel chair, right? He's so, I don't know, I guess the most interesting thing that happens is interruptions by my pets. But, you know, nothing too exciting, I guess, happens around here. Yeah, so those are all of Jessie Marie's questions. Comment down below if you have any questions of yourself. I challenge all of you to do this tag because it's a lot of fun, and I think it's really interesting to see people's setup and how they make these movies, or videos, whatever you want to. YouTube. You the tube. Anyway, stop being weird, Rachel. Thank you so much for everything, and I will talk to you all later. Bye!